welcome back to another video in this Can You Make Money from Animals with MaizePlus series. And today, if you haven't guessed, we're going to have a look at pigs. If you watch my most profitable animal series, you will know that base game pigs do not make money unless you are doing different things with them. So let's have a look at how MaizePlus affects that. So how have we done this testing? Very much like the previous stuff, I've got a modded animal pen that has got 100 pigs in it and 10 million litres of food, 10 million litres of straw, slurry storage for 10 million litres, and a big manure pit, so that's 4 million litres. And then just cycling through the months and collecting how much food was eaten, straw used, all that kind of stuff. Throw that in a big spreadsheet and see what we get. All of the breeds of pigs are the same, so there's no, like with dairy cows and beef cows, there's none of that. They're all the same. I've used the animal food additions because that's how I play. That increases the food consumption even more. So for the money calculations, everything's assuming normal difficulty, so that can change things. And to work out the value of the food that we're using to grow the pigs for base game, I've used maize, barley, canola and beets and taken the best price on normal difficulty for the save that I had open on Obaileron. And then for MaizePlus, I've used CCM, canola, wheat and beets. Pigs are a weird one because even in base game they need 4 different food groups and do the whole parallel feeding, so it was a little bit more complicated. For the kind of the cost version, so where I've done in the past, I've done either the buying feed from the store or using the farm supply pack. I've only considered the farm supply pack here because buying food from the store is not profitable. I knew that already. So for base game stuff, just buying pig food from the farm supply pack. For MaizePlus, I'm using CCM bales from MaizePlus. They actually work out quite a good price anyway. And then soy, wheat and beets from the farm supply pack, and they work out at £200 per 1,000 litres. So yep, pretty cheap way of feeding your animals has been a common theme through all of these videos. So let's have a look at the data. So base game, pigs peak out at, I think it was 60 litres of food per month, and then with MaizePlus 290 litres of food per month, and that peaks at 6 months and then stays flat all the way through. So significantly more food usage again, and straw 100 litres a month for MaizePlus versus 20 litres a month for base game, so significantly more straw as well. The difference with pigs is that you don't get any extra manure or slurry with MaizePlus. That is that's a tricky one, because obviously with the beef we were using the extra manure that you got to increase their profitability through a BGA. So with pigs you don't get any more output, you just have to put a bit more in, so that's not brilliant in terms of making money. The pig's value increases over 2 years from a piglet is 100, I think a piglet is 100 from 1 month old. I think they're 145, something like that, peaking at 1,200 at 2 years old. So they are increasing in value quite significantly every month, but boy do they eat a lot, and boy does it cost a lot to feed them. So let's have a look at the finances. So this graph is the cost of the animal, and then the cost of the initial cost of the animal, which is £200, then the cost of the food and straw every month versus the return with the manure and the slurry produced. So this at the moment is not selling piglets. So you get piglets at 9, 13, 17, 21, and then every 4 months after that through the pig life. And you can see base game, we're not getting enough back from the manure and the slurry to make money. And MaizePlus is even worse because they're eating like nearly 6 times as much. So not really good at all. You're much better off just to sell the crops, basically. Obviously, you will be getting piglets, so there will be some return. I'm going to cover that in a bit. In the past, in these previous videos, I've ignored selling offspring, but for this, it was kind of important, so we do touch on that in a moment. But basically, if you're just looking to raise pigs to earn more than selling the crops, just sell the crops. If we buy it from the farm supply pack, things are much better. I've kept the graphs on the same scale so you can see how big a change it is. Base game, looks like you're about breaking even, so with your piglets you'll make money. With MaizePlus you're still losing quite a bit, so not awesome there. Let's have a look at the value of piglets. So at birth, they are worth £100. So you could just sell them for £100. Job done, move on. So I've only considered the farm supply pack here because we've seen that it's not a great idea to grow your own crops and feed to the pigs. Actually, what you find is that it's actually worth holding on to them until they're 2 or 3 months old. You're going to get about £150 profit per piglet. So that's the base value plus, the amount of food that you put in is offset by the increase in value every month of the pigs. So if you just want to raise piglets to sell them at 2 to 3 months old, you'll make about £150 per piglet. Is that enough to offset the cost of keeping the breeding pigs? So this is just a zoomed in version, so you can see the peak there at just under £150 at 2 months, and it doesn't really dip for 3 months. So if you miss it at 2 months, you're not really missing out too badly, but it does then drop off a lot. Can we make a profit in that case if we sell the piglets? So the blue line is MaizePlus using the farm supply pack, selling the 1 piglet you get every 4 months, and you can see that the return is not enough to offset the cost of feeding that pig at all. And that was the same with base game. I found before, if you use the farm supply pack with base game, you can make money this way. If you use base game and growing your own crops, you're still losing money because of the extra feed with MaizePlus. Even the farm supply pack can't recover that. So what I then looked at was adding in the enhanced animal system, which is a really cool mod that's on Mod Hub, and that increases the number of piglets you get to between 8 and 12, but decreases the value of those piglets by 25%. And I've used the minimum, so I've used 8 piglets each time, and actually with that you do make profit. So there is a way of making money from pigs without having to edit MaizePlus at all. I think the enhanced animal system is a really good addition anyway, because it adds in things like pigs having more than 1 piglet. They have a reasonable size litter of pigs. Animals can die now, and particularly if you don't feed them, they can die. I think that's a really cool addition. So yeah, let's just kind of summarize things. So pigs with MaizePlus and the animal food additions, the food and straw consumption is increased a lot, but the outputs are not increased. So you don't get any more manure or slurry. You still only get the 1 piglet every 4 months. Even in the base game, pigs are hard to make money from. If you're growing crops to feed them, you will not make money unless you're using a BGA, and then you might make money off the manure. I haven't done that calculation. Or use the farm supply pack to feed them, because that's much cheaper. Grow your crops, sell them, buy in feed. With MaizePlus, even if you sell the piglets, you don't break even using the farm supply pack, and that's where the enhanced animal system comes in. As I said, the value of the piglets is reduced by 25%, but you're getting 8-12 piglets, so you can actually make money that way. Let's just jump back in the game to wrap things up. So there we are, pigs done. I was intrigued and not looking forward to making this video because I knew it was going to probably say that they don't make money. The enhanced animal system saves us there. Say base game pigs could not make money. I did, if you want to go back and look at I've done did a couple of videos on trying to make money from pigs. The first one, I ran a pig farm, we lost money. Second time I did it very differently, and I separated out the younger pigs and didn't feed them until they were at selling weight, and then I fed them and sold them. The manure and slurry went into a BGA, and I used the farm supply pack only, and I could make really good money. Now moving into MaizePlus and them eating nearly 6 times more food, that was obviously going to be a challenge. The enhanced animal system is what's saving us, because you can get significantly more piglets. You get 8 to 12 piglets. They're worth less, but there's so many more of them that it makes pigs profitable. And farmers wouldn't farm pigs if they couldn't make money. So I think that it's a sensible way of achieving a good result. I really like the enhanced animal system anyway. So you get, I need to do a video on it. You get a lot more piglets. You get more chickens with more chicks with chickens. Most of the other animals aren't changed too much. You get slightly high chance of getting more sheep. Beef and dairy are pretty much left alone. Yeah. So 1 more to go. horses. I'm not sure when that's going to be, because again, I think that's going to be a tricky one to turn a profit. We'll see. I don't actually remember the conclusion from when I did the first video in base game, but yep. And then maybe I'll do some sort of summary video. We'll see. But definitely one more of these. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, click the like button, comments, questions, or suggestions below. If you're not already, subscribe to the channel, and I will be doing a video on increasing egg and wool production, because I've got that worked out now. So see you next time.